19?
Okay.
All right. So, just like today, the timeline was confusing then too, right?
Correct.
And they said, well, we're going to bring you a timeline to help you figure this all out, something to that effect. They're going to bring you a timeline, correct?
Correct.
Did they ever bring you a timeline?
You can pause for one moment, Mr. Blover.
Your Honor, just foundation, we're going to bring you a timeline or something to that effect. We can use the precise words. We have the precise words.
Overruled on this one. Keep
Okay.
going, Ms. Lewis.
So they said they're going to bring you a timeline. Did they ever bring you a timeline?
I don't recall.
So you don't know if you ever got a timeline from the detectives?
I don't recall if they ever brought
All
it
right.
or not.
So it's after this, I'm not sure if what day, and I don't know if you remember, but sometime after this interview, they released you from custody. Correct?
I had to be on ankle monitor. It had to be approved through Judge Maybe to be on ankle monitor. I could not leave the jail without that being on my ankle.
Okay. So they put an ankle monitor on you and they released you from custody. Correct?
Correct.
And did you went back to see Judge Maybe, correct?
No, I was not allowed in drug court at the time
Why weren't you allowed in drug court?
because I was suspended for a minute. It was on pause.
Because you were a cooperating witness?
Because what?
Because you were a cooperating witness for the state? That's
Yes.
why you weren't allowed back in drug court?
Yes.
All right, but you did go see Judge Maybe, not in drug court, but you appeared in front of Judge Maybe to get conditions for your release, right?
She already had approved the conditions before I was released.
Oh, so you didn't have to go to court? It was
I
just...
still had to go a couple of times. I mean, I still go every 3 months now.
Okay, but let me just ask you, when you were very first released, you put an ankle monitor on, you're released from the jail. Did you have to go see Judge Maybe, or were you just released and you already knew the conditions?
No, I think I had to go in front of her.
Okay. So, when you went back to Judge Maybe, she gave you some conditions of release, correct?
Yes.
And one thing they did is they transferred your probation from Wasatch County to Summit County, correct?
I think so, yes.
And your new probation officer became Detective Maynard, correct?
Yes.
All right. So he's now your probation officer. You testified yesterday that you only talked to him a few times after these interviews in May up until today.
I text him every morning still. I still have to check in with him.
Oh, all right. You didn't tell me that. So you text him every morning to check in with Detective Maynard,
Correct.
to tell him what?
I just have to send him a text saying good morning and he responds back, Lauber, that's it.
Okay. Does he drug test you?
He was in the beginning.
How long did he continue to drug test you?
I don't recall.
Do you recall the last time you were drug tested?
No, I don't recall.
Has it been more than a year?
I'm sure.
Has it been more than 2 years?
I'm not 100% sure.
Could it be more than 2 years?
Yes.
So you haven't had a drug test in over 2 years, correct?
Correct.
Even though you are on probation with Summit County Drug Court, correct?
I'm not on drug court.
I'm sorry, I said Summit County. You're on probation with Wasatch County Drug Court.
No, I'm paused. It's in pause.
Okay.
It's paused.
Go ahead.
It's paused, so therefore I don't have to interact. I don't interact with anything to do with drug court right now.
All right. So you don't actually physically go to drug court because it's on pause until this case is over, right?
Correct. I go in front of Judge maybe every 3 months.
Okay. And every time you go in front of Judge Maybe, well, tell me, what happens when you go in front of Judge Maybe?
They just put it out another 3 months.
Do they ask you when the trial in this case is going to be?
They never have asked me.
All right. But they're putting it off until the trial's over, right?
Correct.
Because what happens is going to depend on if you testify at this trial, correct?
Correct.
And if you testify truthfully at this trial, then you are not going to go to prison, correct?
Correct.
And It's the people here at this table that decide if you've testified truthfully, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
Well, who makes the decision if your testimony was truthful?
I have no clue.
So if you got up here and testified today, I never bought pills from Robbie, I never gave pills to Carmen, would you?
I'm Carmen.
I'm sorry, I never gave pills to Kouri. Would you still be not charged in drug court? Everything would be fine, you'd just be done?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the answer to that one.
All right. So one of the conditions of your release is that there were certain people that you were not to have any communication with, right?
Correct.
And one of those people was Nick Bonsavage, correct?
I'm not 100% sure.
Well, let me show you. It's been marked as IMPCL 7. Right here where it says the defendant is ordered.
Just wait for the next question after you read it as well.
Yeah, read it and then I'll ask you the question.
That is correct.
So one of your conditions was that you were not to have any contact with Nick Bonsavage.
Correct.
You weren't to talk to Nick Bonsavage.
Correct.
But you did talk to Nick Bonsavage. You've been talking to him for the last 3 years, correct?
Correct. It was only until I had the ankle monitor on that I was not to have contact with my kids or Nick Bonsavage. It says right there with the ankle monitor on. I had the ankle monitor on for a year.
Okay, that's not what that says.
Or maybe I misread it.
I think you misread it. So these were,
But Ms. Lewis, we're asking her about her recollection, so if you'd follow up on that.
all right. So your recollection is it was only when you had the ankle monitor on you couldn't have contact?
Correct.
All right.
Because I had to go back and get permission to even talk to my daughters.
Well, did you have permission to talk to your daughters, or it was just you weren't to see your daughters in person?
I couldn't go down the canyon at all.
Right, and later that changed, and you were allowed to go see them in person?
Yes.
Correct, okay. But take a look at this again. Does this, and then tell me, did the ankle monitor have anything to do with not talking to Nick Bonsavage?
Defendant's release supervisor in Bonner, Summit County, is to install a GPS ankle monitor on the defendant prior to her release. The defendant is ordered to have no contact with Kouri Darden, Los Angeles County Drug Court. Yeah, I'm confused on that, but
So it doesn't say in there that the ankle monitor is connected to not having conversations with Nick Bonsavage, fair?
I think that's where I was confused, where it combines in the top into
Okay.
the second sentence.
So you weren't to have conversations or contact with Nick Bonsavage,
Correct.
but you have had conversations with him throughout the last 3 years. He's your best friend, right?
Correct.
And you talk to him, I don't know that you talk to him a lot anymore, but you talk to him all the time at first.
Yes.
All right, so you didn't pay any attention to that condition?
No, I don't think I recall talking to Nick until he graduated drug court. Because it says that I'm not supposed to have any contact with any people in drug court.
Right, but Nick graduated from drug court before you were even arrested in April of 2023,
I'm not quite sure
correct?
when he graduated.
All right. If in fact he did graduate by April of 2023, you still weren't to have contact with him because he was a witness in this case, correct?
Oh, I don't recall that.
All right, I'm just going to ask you one more time. It says here you're not supposed to have contact with him, correct?
Correct.
And you have had contact with him throughout, correct?
Throughout a couple of years, yes.
Okay. Oh, let me ask you, yesterday it came up that Kouri Richins wrote you a couple of letters saying you'd completed community service that you hadn't really completed, right?
Yes.
You asked Kouri to write those letters for you, correct?
I asked Kouri if she could, yes.
All right, so you asked her, even though I haven't done community service, will you write letters saying I did?
Correct.
All right, so that's how you got those letters.
Yes.
All right. So, Carmen, isn't it fair that you really don't have a memory about what happened in February and March of 2022?
What do you mean by that?
Well, when you were interviewed in 2023, you didn't remember what had happened, correct?
Correct. It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in. And you didn't remember it a year after the fact. So you really don't even remember now what happened in 2022 and 2022, correct?
Rephrase your question, that kind of confuses.
You didn't remember in 2023 what happened in 2022, and you don't now remember what happened in 2022, right?
Yes and no.
It's been laid out for you by someone else, correct?
Due to data and cell phone data and everything, yes.
All right, so whatever memory you have is what was, you don't have a personal memory, it was shown to you.
No, I have partial memory.
You have a partial memory.
I have memory, yes.
All right, fair to say your memory was better 1 year after the fact than 4 years after the fact, right?
It is confusing later on, years later, yes.
Okay. And you were using and selling that whole time in drug court?
I was not using and selling the whole time.
The whole period we're talking about of February and March of 2022?
Yes.
Kouri never once asked you for fentanyl, correct?
No, not correct. I mean, yes.
That
Wait,
is-
you've confused me. Can you answer the question again?
Kouri never asked you for fentanyl, true?
I had told her that that's what Robbie had, and she said, okay, go ahead and get it.
Let me ask the question again. Kouri never asked you for fentanyl, true?
Yes,
All right. And you bought prescription Oxycontin from Susan Kohler, correct?
correct,
You got light green pills from Crozier sometime in February of 2022, correct?
correct,
And then you went back and said, give me more of the same, correct?
correct,
And the last time you went back was after Eric Richins died, correct?
I'm not sure.
Well, the last purchase was May 9th of 2020,
Ms. Liz.
March 9th of 2022, correct?
Correct.
After, and you know Eric died on March 4th, correct?
It was March 5th he passed away?
Well, I think it was March 4th, but either way,
Sure,
the
correct.
pills were after he passed away,
Correct.
correct? All right. And again, a year after the fact, you said numerous times, I bought pills from Mr. Crozier twice, correct?
Correct,
Now you're saying 3 times, 4 years later, correct?
correct,
Because that's been told to you because of some data you saw, correct?
yes, correct.
But you don't remember that.
No, I don't recall.
Okay. So, after you said you were willing to cooperate, and they said you were getting a big jail get out of free card, you got your big jail get out of free card so far, right?
Correct,
Because you have not been in jail for the past 3 years,
correct,
and you haven't had to go to drug court anymore, correct?
correct,
And all you do is wait to see how your testimony goes to find out what happens, correct?
correct,
You're not being drug tested, correct?
correct,
Even though you're on probation, correct?
correct,
And your probation consists of, in the morning, you say hi to Detective Maynard, and he says lobber.
we just text back and forth. If I'm leaving town, I tell him I'm leaving town. If I'm here, you know,
Okay, so you tell him if you're leaving town. Are
I
you,
still keep tabs. He still keeps tabs on me no matter where I'm at. He has my work schedule. He has everything.
he does have your work schedule.
Yes.
And you've been allowed to move to Las Vegas, correct?
Yes.
So, because of your cooperation, you got out of going to drug court, correct?
Correct.
You got your probation transferred to Summit County with Detective Maynard, correct?
Correct.
You got to stop your drug testing, correct?
Correct.
You got to move to Vegas, correct?
Correct. But I'm not living in Vegas. I'm living here.
You're here right now.
Judge maybe approved me to move to Vegas, but I'm still here in Utah.
You haven't moved to Vegas yet?
No.
Okay. You've been allowed to go to Vegas numerous times to visit, though, right?
Correct.
All right. And you haven't done any time for any of the crimes that you committed, correct?
Correct. I was incarcerated. I stayed in jail for 23 days.
Well,
That's it.
23 days when you were arrested in April of 2023.
Yes.
And it was during that time period you were in jail because you were getting your story together with Detectives Maynard and Detective O'Driscoll here.
Yes.
Okay. And the pills that you bought from Mr. Crozier, you don't know what those pills were, correct?
He had told me that he had fentanyl.
You didn't look at the pills, correct?
No, I didn't sit there and play with them. No.
You didn't know what they were, correct?
Correct.
You didn't have them tested.
No.
Okay. You didn't take any, you said,
No.
correct?
Correct.
You did or you did not sell them to anyone else?
I did not sell them to anyone else.
Okay. You don't know what happened to those pills, correct?
I don't know who picked him up, if that's what you're asking.
Right. You don't know who took those pills, correct?
Correct.
And you have, sitting here today, absolutely no information about what happened to Eric Richins other than that what you were told that he died of a fentanyl overdose.
Correct.
And you have no idea what happened the night that Eric Richins died.
I do not.
And you have no knowledge if Ms. Richins killed Eric Richins.
I do not.
Can I just have a moment? I have nothing further at this time.
Mr. Bloodworth.
Thank you.
Just listen to the questions. Thank you.
Scott, can you bring up Exhibit 8-11, please?
For the witness?
For the witness and counsel, Your Honor.
Okay. One moment. There you are.
Your Honor, the state moves 8-11 into evidence.
I don't have any objection.
8-11 is admitted and published.
Ms. Lauber, can you see 8-11?
Yes, I can.
Do you recognize that? I know you said you didn't earlier, but has Mr. Moffett shown you that exhibit?
I don't recall seeing them yet, but I know they were given to me. They're given to him.
And they're dated, you see, April the 19th, 2024. Do you think they were given to him? Or do you know what day they were given to him?
I don't.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Scott, can you put that back up? I think some of the jurors were still reading that.
My apologies.
Thank you. Ms. Lauber, do you recall testifying yesterday that you met with prosecutors a few times over the past few weeks to prepare for testifying in court?
Yes.
Was your lawyer present with you every single minute of every single meeting?
Yes.
Do you recall yesterday mentioning that you had anxiety?
Yes.
Have you seen a medical doctor for that anxiety?
Not recently, no. Not
Have
for
you
me.
ever seen one?
I did in the beginning of drug court, yes.
Did you receive a diagnosis of anxiety?
Yes.
And did you receive any treatment prescription?
Yes, a non-narcotic, a boost bar.
A boost bar?
I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Can you describe it?
It's just a little white oval pill. Looks like a little bar. I have them in my purse out in the car.
All good. Was that your personal physician that you consulted with?
In drug court, yes, they provided one through Wasatch Mental. Anybody who needed meds through drug court, they provided her because they were non-narcotic kinds.
Understood. From the time of your entry into drug court in September 2021 until your arrest in April of 2023, did you continue to behave like an active drug addict?
In the beginning, I'm kind of confused what you asked.
From the day you entered drug court until the time you were arrested, did you still behave a lot like an active drug addict?
I'm kind of confused on that one.
Well, did you occasionally use drugs?
Yes.
Did you lie about using drugs?
Yes, an active user will lie.
Right. Were your lies to interviewers consistent with being an active drug user?
Yes.
Have you been clean since you were arrested in April 2023?
Yes.
And that same day you were arrested was the day that detectives, or was it the day that detectives told you that Eric Richins died of a fentanyl overdose?
The day I was arrested, no.
When was it?
I was in jail for a couple days till they came to see me.
So a couple days.
Yes.
You didn't use in jail, right?
No.
So you've been clean since detectives told you that Eric Richins died of a fentanyl overdose.
Yes.
Has your memory become cleaner? Sorry, has your memory become clearer since you've been clean?
Yes.
Has your memory become clearer as you've had more clearer as it relates to everything we're talking about here?
Yes.
Has it become clearer as you've had more time to process your involvement in Eric Richins' death?
Yes.
Has your memory become clearer as you've reviewed phone records, photographed, Facebook messages, and other materials with your attorneys?
Yes.
Are there times, though, you still get confused about dates?
Yes.
And are there times you still confuse details between various drug buys?
Yes.
In the 6 or 7 interviews with detectives O'Driscoll and Maynard, did those detectives repeatedly stress to you their need to corroborate any information that you provided?
Yes.
And did you repeatedly stress to them how much you loved Eric and how much he did not deserve what happened to him?
Correct.
Do you recall testifying yesterday, and again today actually, where detectives said that you could get a big, giant, get out of free jail card?
Correct.
Do you recall what you said to detectives immediately after that?
I don't.
If I were to show you a transcript of that interview, would that refresh your recollection on that point?
Yes.
Scott, can you please publish 8-59, page 113, lines 11 through 15? Ms. Lauber, if you could read that and then let me know once you've read that.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
After detective said, do you realize you could get a big get out of jail free card? What did you tell them?
I told them that even if that was the case, I felt like I still needed to step up and take accountability if this is really what happened to Eric.
Thank you. When considering the 6 or 7 interviews with detectives O'Driscoll and Maynard, in their full and fair context, do you think that did you think at the time, do you think now that detectives O'Driscoll and Maynard were trying to plant information into your memory?
Your Honor, objection, speculation.
Overruled.
No, I do not.
Do you think that they were trying to help you recall information from your memory?
Yes.
You've reviewed all of those transcripts, and just to be sure, is it April 27th? Do you have the binders up there?
I do have them, but
Is it April 27th?
You may need to help her out.
Well, that's okay. We've touched them all. We don't have to review them.
yeah, that's a lot.
Were all of those transcripts accurate? Transcripts of your interviews with Detectives O'Driscoll, Maynard, and Miss Whistler?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state's moved marked the April 27th, 2023 interview as 8:57. The May 2nd, 2023 interview is 8:58. The May 3rd interview as 8:59. The May 4th is 8:60. The May 10th is 8:61. The May 12th is 8:62. The May 13th is 8:63. The state moves 8:57 through 8:63 into evidence.
Your Honor, we object. We haven't had a chance to go through these transcripts. They're loaded with hearsay. So unless there's time to go through and redact and determine what's hearsay and what's not hearsay, we're going to object.
I'm going to not rule on that motion at this time. There are multiple rules of evidence we need to have a conversation about there. So if there's any other foundation you want to lay, I'm not suggesting that you need to, one way or the other, do that now, but we'll have that legal discussion at a later time.
Understood, Your Honor. I don't need to lay any additional foundation.
Understood.
Ms. Lauber, at bottom. Let me back up half a step. Your Honor, can we have that legal discussion during the lunch break?
Yes.
Because
may impact
it
what you do.
may impact additional redirect.
Understood.
Ms. Lauber, at bottom, did you purchase drugs at Kouri Richins' request 4 times?
Correct.
Did you deliver drugs either hand to hand or by placing them somewhere at Kouri Richins' request to Kouri Richins 4 times?
Correct.
Did you testify yesterday and today truthfully to the best of your recollection?
Yes.
What do you think happens to you if you did not testify truthfully?
Everything I have on would be revoked.
And what happens then?
I go to prison.
For how long?
A long time.
Ms. Lewis, with the reservation that Mr. Bloodworth just made on the record about the potential for additional redirect depending on the court's ruling on the state's motion to admit the transcripts, anything further for Ms. Lauber at this time?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. Let's just have that discussion immediately, if you don't mind, Mr. Bloodworth.
Fine.
Folks, let's let you stretch your legs. We're not going to recess for lunch just yet. There may be a few more questions for Ms. Lauber. Thank you. Folks, have a seat. Thank you. Ms. Lauber, I need you to step into the lobby during this legal discussion with the lawyers. Please don't talk to anybody about your testimony, okay?
Okay.
Stay in the lobby, though. We may have a few extra questions for you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Current state of affairs. The state has moved to admit 857 through 863, which is a series of transcripts of interviews between, of Ms. Lauber by other government officials. None of those were subject to cross-examination, right?
No.
They were all just interviews.
At the time, no.
Correct.
At the time, they were not subject to cross.
Okay. So they are categorically hearsay that will need an exception for or another rule that would allow them to be admitted, correct?
Correct.
Okay. The defendant objects to hearsay. If you would respond to that and then tell me which rule you think they come in under.
Your Honor, the defense has cherry-picked certain statements that Carmen Lauber made to impeach her credibility, to rehabilitate her credibility. The state needs to enter all of the interviews because they show essentially an ongoing iterative discussion which, when you understand the full arc of, it is clear that she is being credible. While she may be confused, she is not untruthful. So the full scope of Ms. Carmen Lauber's statements need to be admitted for rehabilitation purpose. Any other statements by, the questions essentially, right, by the various interviewers, that all goes to the effect on Ms. Lauber.
Everything you say is true, but I still have to contend with Utah rules of evidence. And so, they are out-of-court statements. You could call the other half of those conversations, Detective Maynard, Detective O'Driscoll, presumably, maybe the federal official, and ask how this went. And if they didn't remember, you could refresh their recollection. All I need to contend with right now, and it is a genuine question, I don't think I have a basis to just admit them wholesale. There may be a basis for you to ask Ms. Lauber about other prior consistent statements that she's made to rebut the argument from the defense of a recent fabrication. And I'm not suggesting otherwise, but we can't do it through the wholesale. We can't do that through the wholesale admission of the transcripts.
Your Honor, I think I can't, I guess I disagree with that.
I guess, how can I overcome the hearsay problem that is being raised? They are out-of-court statements being made for the, being admitted for the truth of the matter, right?
No,
Because if what she's,
they're being admitted to rehabilitate.
well, but if what she says in the prior things isn't true, it doesn't rehabilitate her. So the truth is what matters, correct?
No, in rebutting recent fabrication, what matters is what matters is the full arc of the discussion to show that this was not a recent fabrication. That if you understand Carmen Lauber's statements, not cherry-picked, but over the scope of a series of interviews over 2 weeks or whatever it is, you can understand that she is credible and not recently fabricated.
I need you to tell me how this comes in over a hearsay objection or through some other rule regarding prior statements of a witness. They're out-of-court statements.
80. I don't know. I start with hearsay. They are out-of-court statement, yes. The state is not offering them for the truth of the matter asserted in Carmen Lauber's statements. The state is offering them not to say what she's saying back then is true. We're saying the opposite, actually. We're saying that a lot of what she said back then, we're not offering for the truth. We're not offering Carmen Lauber's statements to show that she had 3 drug deals. We're offering Carmen Lauber's statements to show, regardless of whether they were true or not, this is the evolution of the detectives, of her providing information to the detectives, whether or not that information is true. Because the defense in impeaching Carmen Lauber has suggested that the investigators were planting information with Carmen Lauber.
And you can call those people to testify subject to cross-examination to say that's not how it went at all.
And
the evolution of them was X, Y, and Z.
And I think putting in the transcripts does the same thing, and there's no hearsay problem. The statements that are not hearsay, 801 D1A.
Yeah, that's why I asked about the cross-examination problem, right?
She's been cross-examined, right?
The
But she's
prior
been-
statement has to have been cross-examined, right? Under D01,
No,
the declarant testified, sorry.
no, subject to cross without a break.
801 D1A, right?
She testified about the prior interview statements.
Where's the inconsistency?
She has been cross-examined about the prior statements, and the statement is inconsistent with the declarant's testimony.
But that's the foundation you haven't laid.
The interviews are, sorry, D1B.
Sure.
Inconsistent with the declarant's testimony. We have that.
But I'm not sure you do. Like, these transcripts are 100 pages long, maybe less, maybe more. There's how many of them? There isn't foundation for all of these statements being inconsistent with her sworn testimony.
Consistent, I'm sorry.
Sure, D1B, that's fine.
D1B is consistent with.
Right, and there isn't foundation for all of them being consistent either. You just have to lay foundation. That's the problem with the wholesale admission. It may be that we just need to do this piecemeal, maybe call Carmen Lauber back. I'm not suggesting that there are not pieces of these transcripts that are admissible. There certainly are likely to be pieces of these transcripts that are admissible as a non-hearsay exhibit. Wholesale admission of them, there is not foundation for that. Yeah.
Your Honor, I think the consistency comes in the arc of the statements. That's where the consistency rises. Sure, we have individual sentences. This is an ongoing interview, right? It might have taken place over the course of several days, but it is an ongoing interview. And to appreciate the consistency of the interview, the giant interview, the jury, that is the consistent statement. That is consistent with her testimony. Her testimony being that this is generally what happened. I might be confused on days. I might be confused on details between various buys. But she is, in the great arc of her interview, she is consistent. And you have to understand the great arc of her interview to appreciate that consistency.
And forgive me, I just want to make sure the record is clear on the scale of what the state is asking here. So if somebody could please give me the page counts for each of these exhibits.
Working at it.
And I appreciate that, I guess it is somewhat voluminous. And the jury, it might go back to the jury room and they're like, too much, we're not even touching it.
That's not my concern. Scott, can you just go to the last page of each of these exhibits? And
Your Honor, we're
Oh,
getting,
okay.
I'm
Sorry.
slow, exhibit by exhibit, I'm getting numbers up.
Okay.
And Your Honor, maybe just to put a finer point on the Rule 801 D1B, there is the recently fabricated piece, but really the defense's argument is acted from a recent improper influence or motive. And, you know, seasoned throughout the entire scope of the interviews, the defendant is consistent, I'm sorry, Carmen Lauber is consistent in her testimony.
I understand the state's position.
Okay.
I still need those numbers, and then Ms. Lewis will give you the benefit of the record
I was just gonna tell you, there's 932 pages of transcripts
combined.
combined, yes.
Okay. Ms. Lewis, anything else for the record?
I think Your Honor's identified the issues, and I agree.
Okay. So the issue currently before the court is the state's motion to admit proposed exhibits 857 through 863, which constitute 932 pages of certified transcript of interviews by law enforcement and other government officials of Carmen Lauber in 2023, correct, Mr. Bloodworth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The state has offered those as exhibits. Defendant objects that they constitute hearsay, not subject to any exception. In response, the state points to the definition of hearsay under 801 and argues that these 932 pages are categorically not hearsay under 801D1B, which states that a declarant witness's prior statement is not hearsay when the declarant testifies and is subject to cross-examination about a prior statement. That occurred here on the record through Ms. Lewis's cross-examination of Ms. Lauber regarding these prior interviews, and the statement seeking to be admitted, the out-of-court statement under D1B, is consistent with the declarant's testimony and is offered to rebut an express or implied charge that the declarant recently fabricated it or acted from a recent improper influence or motive and so testifying. The state makes a persuasive argument that admission of Ms. Lauber's consistent statements from the interview transcripts would be appropriate to rebut the implications by the defense that she has recently fabricated or acted from a recent improper influence or motive in testifying on the record in this trial. But the state simply hasn't laid foundation for a conclusion that all 932 pages constitute statements that are consistent with the declarant's testimony here. For two reasons. One, I don't have a basis to rule that all of those 932 pages are consistent, and it's entirely possible that many of those 932 pages are unrelated, not consistent or inconsistent, and therefore would be need to be analyzed under a 403 balancing test regarding probative value and things like unfair prejudice, misleading the jury, or wasting time. So based upon the foundation laid so far, the court simply doesn't have a basis to rule that all 932 pages being offered are not hearsay. In so ruling, the court acknowledges that there is likely portions of each of these interviews that is consistent and would be admissible under 801 D1B. I just don't have that designation in front of me at the moment. Ms. Lewis, anything further? Okay. May not be the last time we have this conversation, Mr. Bloodworth.
Yes,
Okay,
doubt it will.
understood. All right, with that ruling, anything else for Ms. Lauber?
Your Honor, not today. Can I propose, though, that we keep her under subpoena? We will address the interview transcripts and then revisit this.
Understood. I'll tell her that on the record. Okay. May we invite Ms. Lauber back in, please?
Your Honor, can the court advise her that because she's being held, she still can't talk about her testimony?
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you,
that's
Your
fine.
Honor.
Ms. Lauber, if you'd take the stand for one moment, I just need to give you some instructions. Thank you for your patience. The lawyers don't have any additional questions for you today. We may need to call you back at some point in the next 4 weeks. You'll get notice. You're still subject to subpoena, which means if you get notice that you need to come back, you have to do it.
Okay.
All right? Second, you cannot speak to anyone about your testimony between now and either being called back in or the trial being over. You have to affirmatively avoid talking to anybody about your testimony.
Okay.
So if anybody asks you about it or asks you about this case, you have to say, the judge told me I can't talk about it.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Can you follow that instruction?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Bloodworth, anything further with Ms. Lauber today?
No.
Ms. Nestor?
Can you also make sure she doesn't watch the rest of the proceedings on television or video?
I would imagine you have better things to do.
I don't watch any of
Yeah.
it at all.
But please, if you would not watch any of the witness testimony and not read any news or social media reports about the other witness testimony.
I don't, I stay away from that.
Okay, can you follow that instruction?
Yes.
All right, very good. Anything else, counsel? Ms. Lauber, you are free to go today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mr. Moffett, thank you. Okay, Mr. Bloodworth, may I invite the jury in, tell them we're going to take a lunch break?
That sounds right, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis,
It's fine.
what time would you like to come back?
12:30?
Sounds fine. Ms. Lewis, is that agreeable?
That sounds fine.
All right, can we invite the jury back in? Once a week. Ladies and gentlemen, stay standing. I promise this won't take long. Thank you for your patience. We needed to handle a legal issue. It was efficient. We're going to take a lunch break. Lunch is either here or imminently arriving. During the lunch break, please do not talk about the case. Please don't read, watch, or listen to anything about this case. Please don't do any internet searches or other research about the case. Please enjoy your lunch break. We'll be back on the record at 12:30. Thank you. Mr. Bloodworth, anything before we recess?
No, yeah.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, court's in recess until 12:30. Please travel safe. Anything before we invite the jury back in?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let's invite the jury back in, please. Folks, you can feel free to have a seat. Thank you. All right, have a seat. Mr. Bloodworth, the state's next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Anna Isbell.
Ms. Isbell, if you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Have a seat.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What is your name?
Anna Isbell?
Do you spell your last name I-S-B-E-L-L?
Yes.
Do you know who Kouri Richins is?
Yes.
How?
Knew her from
Ms.
high school?
Isbell, I apologize for interrupting. Turn the mic towards you a little bit. You can sit wherever you're comfortable. It's easier to move the mic. There you go.
Knew her from high school, just living in the same area.
Do you know who Hayden Jeffs was?
Yes.
Who was he in relation to you?
My significant other for 13 years.
And he passed, didn't he? And it was a motorcycle accident? Okay, I can see you're nodding.
Yes, sorry. Try not to say yes, because it'll start making me cry. But yes, he did.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Do you know whether Hayden Jeffs knew Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Did they know each other?
Yes.
How did they know each other?
He did handyman work for her.
Were you with Hayden Jeffs on January the 22nd, 2022, when he received a call from Kouri Richins?
Yes.
Did you overhear that call on speakerphone?
Yes.
What on that phone call, if anything, did you hear Kouri Richins ask Hayden Jeffs?
For something for a client. I don't remember what it started with, the T or a P. We didn't know what it was. I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I don't know who brought it up or how it got around to that. Hayden was just saying, "Fuck that client. Fentanyl? What? Fuck that. Fuck that."
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Hayden's statements, Mr. Bloodworth.
No.
Your
Would
Honor,
you pause for 1 second, Mrs. Bell? My apologies.
effect on Kouri Richins?
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff's side of this conversation, as related by Ms. Isbell, that's an out-of-court statement that you cannot consider for its truth. The only reason you can consider it is for context for whatever Ms. Richins may have said in response after hearing it. Please proceed.
Thank you, sir.
I interrupted you. Did you want to say anything else about that?
Okay, after Mr. Jeff said that, how did Ms. Richins respond?
She said, "Okay, thank you." That's all.
Was there a second call then?
No.
Okay. Did you hear any other of the discussions between Ms. Richins and Mr. Jeffs?
No.
Thank you. No further questions.
Good afternoon, Anna.
Afternoon. Don't know about good, but afternoon.
Afternoon. I'm Wendy Lewis, we've met, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to say, I start by saying I'm very sorry for your loss of Hayden. I know that's been very difficult for you. Now, you, of course, have been called as a witness for the state, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was there a time a couple
Oh,
of...
yes.
And did they reach out to you a couple of months ago to try and get you to come in and meet with them?
Yeah, I've tried multiple times.
Multiple times. All right. I'm going to show you, just for what's been marked as Defense Exhibit 1002.
Just you should be able to see it there.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, do you recognize those text messages?
Yes.
Were those text messages from your phone?
Yes.
And they were between you and Detective O'Driscoll, is that right?
Yes.
So your texts are in blue, is that correct?
Yes.
And his are in black.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask that we publish, that 1002 be admitted and published.
Not objection, may we approach?
Of course. Give it back. Thank you. You got a glass of water? Okay.
Katie, can you, or Your Honor,
Oh, I can do it.
whoever's,
Yep.
whoever's controlling the screens?
No problem. So that's the text exchange that's been offered by the defense.
And it's just that one page.
Yes. Oh.
There we go.
Mr. Bloodworth, no rush. Take a moment, make sure that's what the state regards as, is it 2 pages, Katie? 4,
So
okay.
it repeats because she sent it, you know,
Sure,
in
sure,
chunks.
sure. Screenshots. There
Yeah.
you go. All right, I'm sorry, Kate, I don't read that fast. Can we start at the top, please? Next page, please. Next page, please. Next page, please.
No, you passed it. Go back.
Katie, can you go to the first page, please?
Are these out of order? Am I
Yeah, that,
reading?
I can't figure out the order. They go, I can't tell if they go backwards in time. They might go backwards in time.
Maybe.
So, as far as I'm aware, the first page is a screenshot that she sent, and then the following texts show what she screenshotted. Does that make sense?
It doesn't, but
We can just do the first page if you want. Let me see. Well, no.
Oh, no, not just. It's because it looks like 2 different texts.
pause for a minute, thank you.
If you want to just do that, I can do that, because if it's confusing. Because I do think it repeats. I had a hard time. So, just how she said this.
Well, but it looks like there's stuff above this, that this is a midstream discussion. I'm sorry, Katie, can you go to the second page, please?
This might be first. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the same. Go back one more page, please. It's the same thing. Go back to the first page one moment, Katie.
Wendy, I think the 4th page is the first. It just has a text message before. I think the 4th page goes 4, 1, 2, 3.
Counsel, I'm not persuaded that the first page of this proposed exhibit is in a form that would exist on an iPhone. Pages 2, 3, and 4 seem more consistent with how iPhone text messages
That's fine.
exist in the world.
That's fine. All right, let's go 2, 3, and 4. We see 2, 3, and 4.
They are screenshots.
And if doing some quick math here. It seems like the chronological order is something like 4, 2, 3. Does that sound right, Mr. Bertram?
Yeah. And just the way that I'm looking at it, Your Honor, it appears that 4 should be 1,
Right,
then it should go to 2,
right.
and then 3 and 4. And 1 is just kind of another screenshot off of.
We're going to get rid of 1, yeah. So,
Okay, that's fine.
Katie, can you take a moment, carve it up, and reorder it? And then we'll have you take a look at it, counsel. In the meantime, temperature a little better? Yes? Very good, okay.
Yeah, sir. All right, Your Honor, I think it is sorted. No objection to the current version of the text messages.
Katie, if you'd show it to me.
One second.
you go to page 2 for me? Oh, wait a minute. Go back to page 1. Will you go back to page 1 for a moment? My apologies.
That's one we took out, correct?
No, this was the.
No, that, okay. Then page 2. Then page 3, please. Okay. I'm going to show this to the witness. If you would lay some foundation, Ms. Lewis.
So, do you recognize this as text from your phone?
Yes.
And they are texts between yourself and Detective O'Driscoll, is that correct?
Yes.
And his original text at the top was sent in December 30th, correct?
Yes.
And then you responded sometime later, which was sometime in January, correct?
Yes.
And you recognize all of these text messages?
Yes.
And are they accurate as far as you recall?
Can we show our pages 2 and 3,
Yeah.
please?
Yes. The first one, it's two different. That's why it looks weird. But yes, they're all. Yes.
Okay. We now move to admit defense exhibit.
Wait, I'm sorry, who? Your Honor, just foundation, there's two different phone numbers that appear. I think we just need foundation on whose phone number is who.
One's Detective O'Driscoll's and the other one's Travis.
I didn't understand that answer, Ms. Lewis. Could you lay some more foundation?
Yeah, I
please?
wasn't sure. So the first page, the 14353213618, that's Detective O'Driscoll.
I don't know his phone number off the top of my head, but
Do you recognize the text as being from him?
I think that the first one is Travis. Because I believe the first one is Travis. I don't know his number off the top of my head.
All right, let me see where there's a
I didn't say if either of their numbers.
Can we move to the next page, Katie? Is that a different phone number? That's the same phone number, correct?
It is not.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that one would be Travis. That
So-
one would be O'Driscoll.
Are you sure? Because they say the same thing.
The one is because I sent it to Travis to show him how Detective O'Driscoll was handling himself through this.
Oh, I
That's why-
understand.
Yeah.
All right. So the first text is from Detective O'Driscoll.
What is pulled up right now, that one is.
And then that's when you
that's
sent the text.
That one's Travis. I had
To Travis.
screenshotted it to show him.
Why don't we consider these separately?
All right. So let's go to the text, the second page from Detective O'Driscoll. Take out the first page, Katie. Starting right there. So let's, if we could introduce, is that 3 pages now? Or 2?
2.
All right. If we could introduce the 2 pages of text between Ms. Isbell and Detective O'Driscoll.
Would you mind confirming with this witness what these 2 pages are?
And these 2 pages are text between you and Detective O'Driscoll, correct?
Yes.
And the black bubbles are from him, the blue are from you, correct?
Yes.
And that's an accurate representation of the text conversation you had with him at that time, correct?
Yes.
I think this is still Defense Exhibit 1007, if we could introduce, or at least mark it as 1007, this particular version.
Say it again. Well, I don't know what it is. How are we marking it?
1002, maybe we can do 1002A.
So, Mr. Bloodworth, Defense Exhibit 1002A, a text message streamed between Ms. Isbell and a number ending 6267, 2-page document.
Can I see the second page?
Of course.
Your Honor, no objection to the admission. We're gonna need, though, before publishing to anybody, to redact the phone number except for the last 4 digits.
No problem. Is that, I think that's the only place it appears, right? Is that the top?
Can you do that so we can still see the,
There you go.
oh, that's on the previous page though, right?
And then on both pages, please, Katie.
Okay.
Okay, we just show me page 2 again. Okay. Numbers redacted. Any objection, Mr. Bloodworth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Defense 1002A, a 2-page text stream involving phone number ending 6267 is admitted. Let me publish. Ms. Lewis, take it from there.
Thank you. All right, now as we just talked about, this was a text between you and Detective Otis.
Yes.
He sent you a text that said, so you can make our life easier and answer our calls so we can prep you on what you're going to be asked. Next time I knock on your door, I'll have a warrant and a catch pole for your dog, correct?
Yes.
Now, he was talking about that they'd reached out and asked you to come in to be prepped for your testimony.
Overall.
Overall, okay.
Pause,
And
Ms. Lewis, for a moment.
Your Honor, she misread the text. I know it's up there and the jury can read it for themselves, but there.
If they can, I mean, it's small. Yeah, can we zoom in, Katie? Pause for 1 second. Can you folks read that?
I might have misread because some of it's covered here.
That's, yeah, I mean, the redaction might have been part of the problem, but.
Can we maybe go to,
I think because we blocked out the number, I can't see
Okay.
the first line.
all right. We'll just let the jury read it for a moment.
Your Honor, if Ms. Lewis could also turn her mic back on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Brad. All right, let's try again. This is blocked out a little bit, but you'll be able to see it later, hopefully. So until you are needed to testify. So make your life easier and answer our calls so we can prep you on what you will be asked. Otherwise, the next time I knock on your door, I'll have a warrant and a catch pole for the dog. That's what he said, correct?
Yes.
I don't need to be prepped. Give me the time and date and I will appear. He says it's on your subpoena. You ask, is there more an exact date or a date? Do I need to be there February 23rd through March 26th? His response, we could have discussed that if you ever replied, but since you don't want to, you can plan on showing up every day at 8 o'clock. Next page. Your response, I don't need to be prepped. Give me the time and date and I will appear. Oh, so this is the same. It's repeated. It's on your subpoena, February 23rd. Plan on being there every day. And then you say, I would like it over text message so that I have exactly what you say in writing. And again, he says you're legally obligated to show up on the dates and times on the subpoena. So let's go back. First of all, what was your reaction when he when he sent you these text messages?
Oh, I was livid. I was very upset. I thought it was rude, inconsiderate, and not how you should treat somebody that did nothing wrong.
Okay. And you were asking if he would give you an exact date to show up to court instead of telling you to be here every day, correct?
Yeah,
And he said, well, no,
yeah.
you'd be
Should've
here
talked to
every
me.
day, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because you didn't want to come in and be prepped, correct?
I didn't want to speak to them at all.
All right, but you never refused to come in and testify because you were legally obligated to do so. Is that fair?
I never refused.
All right. Now, he said that next time I knock on your door, I'll be there with a warrant and a pole for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So he threatened to arrest you if he had to come back to try and talk to you.
Yes.
And he said the next time. He'd been to your home before?
Yeah.
Did your dog attempt to attack O'Driscoll when he was at your home before?
No.
Is your dog a vicious dog?
He's a big dog. He's very protective, especially after Hayden's passed. He's behind a fence that you aren't supposed to open unless
Okay.
somebody that knows him is there.
Did he attempt to bite Detective O'Driscoll?
Absolutely not.
Did he touch Detective O'Driscoll?
I don't think he's ever seen my dog. Maybe through the fence.
Through the fence. So you didn't sick your dog on Detective O'Driscoll?
Never.
All right. Okay, thank you. Now let's go back. Sorry that took so long. You recently completed rehab, right, Anna?
Yeah.
Fairly recently. I mean, it wasn't like last week, but fairly
Yeah.
recently. And your drug of choice was alcohol. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
You're doing well. No.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How were you doing in 2022?
Sorry, what year was that even? I like base my years off like, was Hayden dead or not at that time? I'm 2022.
Let me make it simple.
Yeah, give me a point of date.
During the time when this phone call happened, were you sober?
What phone call?
The phone call you're here to talk about between Hayden and Kouri.
I had just got done with dinner, so I think Hayden and I had went to Sushi Blue that night. I probably had like a drink there.
Okay. So before we get to the phone call, just a couple of other questions. So you said Hayden did handyman work for Kouri.
Yes.
Did he work on a number of projects for her? Do you know?
Didn't I know of? Yeah.
All right. And was Kouri good to him while he was working for her?
Yes.
She would help him out at times?
Yeah.
What kind of things would she help him out with?
Like just advice, helping with she had helped him get insurance, liability while he worked for her, so that she wouldn't be liable, those kind of things.
All right.
She seemed very nice to him.
So you said in January of 2022, Hayden got a phone call. He was on speaker, and you could hear part of the call.
Mm-hmm.
Because you did go into the bathroom for some of the call, correct?
Yes.
All right. So is what you heard Kouri say that she was asking him for the Michael Jackson drug?
That was part of it.
Because you didn't know what that was, correct?
Yeah.
And were you Googling on your phone trying to figure that out during the phone call?
Going to, but I didn't because I was trying to figure out what the first thing that she said, because I thought it was a muscle relaxer. And then I was like, what the fuck is Michael Jackson stuff?
So you thought she was asking for a muscle relaxant?
That was what I was thinking she was talking about.
Okay, and then you went into the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever, at that call, hear Kouri ask for the drug fentanyl?
I did not.
Okay, I have nothing further.
Mr. Bloodworth,
No, sir.
may we release this witness?
We may.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are released from this subpoena.
Awesome.
Free to go.
Thank you.
Take care. Do you mind taking that glass of water with you?
Yeah.
Thanks. Mr. Bloodworth, the state's next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Robert Crozier.
Sir, if you would step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Step up here.
In front of Brittany.
If you'll please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Please have a seat.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
What, sir, is your name?
It's Robert Crozier.
You spell your last name Crozier?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have a criminal drug history?
I do.
Can you please explain it to us?
I had a distribution charge in December of 22, and 2 possession charges in 23.
Were you dealing drugs in December of 2022?
Yes.
When did you begin dealing drugs?
I'm not sure, sometime around 2020, maybe.
And were you dealing drugs throughout early 2022?
Yeah, I was.
Mr. Crawford, I apologize for interrupting you. Would you and Ms. Lewis approach for one moment? Just a minute, sir. My
All right.
apologies. Should you take a quick restroom break while I handle a quick issue? Please rise for the jury. You'd stand. Have a seat, Mr. Crozier. Thank you.
All right.
We're going to be in recess until 1:25. Who I have present? Watts, will you carry for a minute? Court's in recess. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Please have a seat as you come in. All right, please have a seat. We're on the record. Thank you for your patience. Mr. Crozier, you're under oath.
Okay,
Very good, sir.
Thank
Need
you.
a glass of water, just let me know.
all right.
Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Sir, are you represented today by counsel?
I am.
And are you testifying pursuant to 3 grants of immunity?
I know that I know that there's immunity. I don't know how many of them. Yes.
Understand. Are you aware of immunity from Summit County?
Yes.
From Salt Lake County?
Yes.
And from the federal government?
Yes.
Did your attorney assist you in getting those grants of immunity?
Yes. As far as I know, yeah.
Okay. What is your understanding of those grants of immunity?
That I need to be honest, or they're void, I guess.
Okay. Do you also understand that you have to testify not only honestly, truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
but also fully and completely?
Yes.
And did your lawyer advise you regarding your obligations under the grants of immunity?
I don't understand what you mean.
Did she tell you what you had to do?
She told me I had to come to court and be honest, and
Did she tell you what would happen if you weren't honest?
that the immunity would be void, or so that I could potentially be charged with a crime.
Sir, do you know who Nicole Cummings is?
I do.
Who is she?
Excuse me. She is a girl that I lived with for a couple of months at the end of 2021.
Did there come a time in early 2022 when she contacted you about a friend of hers?
Yes.
What did she say to you?
She asked me if I would talk to her friend, I don't remember her name, and get some Roxy's for her, the oxycodone.
Did you contact Nicole Cummings' friend?
I think Nicole asked her if she could give her my number, and then she contacted me. But I think that's how that went.
Did you ultimately speak with her?
Yes.
Did you text with her?
I think it was mostly phone calls, but there might have been some text. I don't know. That was 4 years ago.
Sure. When you spoke or texted with her, what did she ask for?
As far as I remember, she was asking for Roxy's for the oxycodone.
Did she identify what she was asking for by any label other than Roxy's?
No.
Did you at that time believe that Roxy's meant oxycodone?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I know. I know that they mean. Excuse me.
Did you set up to sell to her?
I set up to meet her in Draper.
Did you set up to meet her at a Maverick in Draper?
Yes.
Did you ultimately meet her at that Maverick in Draper?
Yes.
Where were you coming from to get to the Draper?
At that, I think Roy, maybe, or Layton.
Do you remember how many times you agreed to meet her at the Draper?
Like I said, it was 4 years ago. I remember once clearly, maybe twice.
Could there have been a third time?
I don't think so.
So let's talk about the first time you can recall. Is that the one you recall the clearest?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I believe it was raining that day, and she was coming from quite a distance, so we met in Draper to make it easier.
Once you met at the Maverick in Draper,
Mhm.
did you meet up with her personally?
I mean, she was in a car.
Okay.
I went up to the car. She handed me the money. I gave her the pills, and then went our separate ways.
Did you have the pills with you, or did you have to go get them from somebody?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what she looked like?
I really don't. I think she was Mexican, kind of short, but I don't know if she was in a car the whole time. Like I don't even think she got out because I remember it was raining.
Have you come to learn that her name is Carmen Lauber?
I have heard that, yeah. Like,
You said she handed you the money. Do you remember about how much money?
I don't remember.
You said you handed her pills. What do you remember, if anything, about the pills?
It was like 30 or 40 of them.
Do you remember anything else about that first buy with this lady?
No, she was in like a little, I want to say like a Civic or something, like a Honda Civic, but yeah.
Okay. Were you selling a lot of drugs around this time?
I wouldn't say a lot, no. I sold or got pills for maybe 3 or 4 people. So yeah, I wouldn't by any means say it was a lot.
And was this about early February 2022?
Yeah, I believe so.
Can we talk about the second time?
Okay.
How did the second time come about?
I really don't remember. Like, I'm not even real clear if I had met her a second time. Oh. To be honest with you, like, I know that I met her the one time. And it might have been twice, but I really, it was like 4 years ago. So, like, I don't really remember if I met her more than once. But if it would have been the same thing, like I would have gotten the money from her, given her the things, and left. Like there wasn't a lot of interaction. We didn't, get a drink together or anything. We just.
It's a drug deal.
Yeah.
Not rocket surgery.
Right.
Had you met her at the Maverick Draper for anything else other than a drug deal?
No.
Had you met her anywhere other than the Maverick Draper?
No.
So am I right that the only times you've met Carmen Lauber is at the Maverick Draper?
That's right.
And the only times you've met her at the Maverick Draper was to sell her drugs?
That's correct.
Do you recall interviewing with Summit County detectives on May the 4th, 2023?
Vaguely. I remember like I was in jail. I hadn't been there very long. I was on a lot of drugs at that time, so like I was detoxing from those drugs. And I remember like going in a conference room and speaking with them, but I don't really recall a lot of the discussion.
Which jail?
Davis County Jail.
Do you recall whether they asked you if Carmen asked for blues specifically or fentanyl specifically?
I have read the report, so like I know that they did, but I don't remember them saying that to me.
Okay. And by report, do you mean a transcript of their
Yes.
interview?
Yeah.
So you know from reading a transcript of their interview that they asked you whether Carmen asked for blues or fentanyl on one hand or oxys on the other hand?
Yes.
Do you recall how you responded to that question?
Not right offhand. I think I said something to the extent of that I thought they were. I didn't know if they were fentanyl or Roxy's, but whatever she asked for is what she got.
Do you recall your answer to that specific question of theirs, whether she asked for blues specifically or fentanyl on one hand or oxys on the other hand?
No.
If I were to show you that transcript again, would you be able to recall?
I mean, I'm not gonna remember it, but like I can.
Would that help
see
you
it.
refresh it?
I could see like what it says. I mean, yeah. So, but as far as remembering it, that was 3 years ago, or however many years ago, and I was in a rough state at the time that I had that conversation with them.
Scott, can we bring up for the witness, please, 8-46, Tango?
My apologies. We'll fix that, Scott.
Are we moving too fast for you?
No. No, I was reading. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sir, can you focus in, please, on page 13, line 13?
Okay.
Does that help refresh your recollection on how you responded to the investigator's question of whether she wanted blues or fentanyl specifically, or oxys?
Yeah, but it says that,
It's a yes or no.
yes, okay. Yeah.
Sir, how did you respond
Your
to
Honor,
that?
can I take this witness on blood order for just one moment?
Not at the moment. You gotta let him answer that question.
Can we approach?
Yes.
Sir, when the investigators asked you whether Carmen Lauber asked specifically for blues or fentanyl or oxy, how did you respond?
I said that she asked probably for blues, but at that time, Roxy's were blues. It wasn't like it was the slang on the street was, you know, when people bought Roxy's, they were buying blues. It was before, you know, this influx of fentanyl that, and it also said that you so M30s, yeah, that's what the Roxy's were stamped with was M30s. That's the manufacturer stamp. It's not just a fentanyl thing.
Do you recall investigators then clarifying that very thing with you and asking, it wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s, right? Do you remember the investigators asking you for that clarification?
Well, oxys implies that they would have been Oxycontin to me, but M30s would be fentanyl, or not fentanyl, but Roxy's. At that time in 2022, in early 2022.
Well, I think that confusion's what the investigators were trying to clarify, weren't they?
I don't know what they were.
Do you recall the investigators asking you? It wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s. Do you recall them asking you that?
I have read it, but I don't recall them asking me that, no.
But you know that they asked you that from having read the transcript, right?
Your Honor, asked and answered, he said he doesn't recall.
That is true. And if you would answer that question, please.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you know that investigators asked you it wasn't like she was asking for oxys and got M30s.
Yeah, that's what
That-
it says. Yeah.
Do you recall your answer to that question?
I do not.
Would it refresh your recollection if I showed you the transcript of the interview?
Sure.
Scott, can I get 846T again?
Which page do you want to go to?
If we can stay, please, on page 13. And, sir, if you could read from
Says I sold her what?
No,
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, can you please read to yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can you please read to yourself
Mhm.
from page 13, line 19, and then we'll switch over to 14 in a second.
Okay.
Okay, if you could take that down, please, Scott. Sir, does that help refresh your recollection?
I mean, no, but like, I can see what it says, but I don't remember having this conversation. But
When the police asked you whether she was asking for oxys and got M30s, do you recall how you responded?
it says no. She would have got what she
Pause
asked
a
for.
moment.
Okay.
He said he doesn't recall.
Sustain.
Sir, do you recall whether police asked you if Carmen Lauber knew there was fentanyl in the pills that you sold her?
Again, yeah, it said
It's
that.
a yes or no question.
Do you recall it?
I don't recall. I really don't recall the conversation with the police at all, other than I had the conversation with them. I don't remember details of it other than what I've read.
Do you agree in the interview generally that you confirmed that you sold pills containing fentanyl to Carmen Lauber?
No, I said that, from what I read, I said that she knew what she was, she got what she wanted. Whatever she asked me for is what she got, but I'm pretty sure it was Roxy's, and it was, the whole questioning with those cops was them kind of telling me what I had been doing.
Sir, you've read a copy of that transcript.
I have.
Is it an accurate transcript of your interview with detectives that day?
Your Honor, he said he doesn't remember anything about the interview.
Well, I'm going to let him answer it. You're objecting to foundation. Your foundation's overruled. It's a yes or no question, sir. Or, I don't know. I want to be clear.
Okay, yeah, again, I don't know.
Can we turn now to an affidavit
Mm-hmm.
that you signed in September of 2025? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Did you swear to the affidavit saying that it was true?
Yes.
Did you read the affidavit before swearing to it?
I believe it was read to me.
In that affidavit, did you say that you sold drugs to Carmen Lauber 2 times in February 2022 at the Maverick in Draper?
I believe it said the same thing I've been saying, that it was once, maybe twice. Like, I don't recall if it was more than that. But
Did you say in that affidavit that one time you sold Roxy 30s and one time you sold Blues?
yes, but again, blues are, at that time, blues are Roxy 30s. Like, they're
That-
synonymous.
That was
Yes.
your understanding of what Blues are, right?
Yes.
At that time.
Yes, and if I sold somebody blues, then they were the Roxy 30s.
Did you say in that affidavit that you understood actually at that time in early 2022, well, that OxyContin was the same thing as Blues and Oxy and Roxy 30s?
No.
Did you say in the affidavit that you sold OxyContin?
No. No, I think like there were notes being made in it and things crossed out, but yeah, I clearly said that's not OxyContin. I never sold OxyContin. I sold oxycodone, Roxy 30s.
So, sir, you've never sold OxyContin?
Never.
Scott, can I get 847, please? Sir, could you please review that? We'll scroll down through all the pages. Scott, can you go down one?
Yeah, that's a typo. I'm sorry.
Go down again, please. One more to the swearing. Can you go back to the top, please, Scott? Mr. Crozier, is that an accurate depiction of the affidavit that you signed in September 2025?
I mean, without all of the corrections, yes. Like, as I was sitting in jail and going over it with the defense attorney, she was crossing like Oxycontin out because I kept saying that's oxycodone. And then she was crossing other words out. Like there was a whole bunch of different words that were put in there that were typos or they weren't the right words. They certainly weren't my words. But
Whether they were your words or not, is this the one you signed? Is that your signature at the bottom?
it is, yeah.
Your Honor, the state moves 8-47 into evidence.
No objection.
State's Exhibit 8-47 is admitted. Published to the jury.
Yes, Your Honor. Scott, can we just zoom in on the first 4 paragraphs? So is that first paragraph accurate?
Yes,
Is the second paragraph accurate?
yes,
Is the third paragraph accurate?
yes.
Scott, can you drop down 1 page and zoom in? Is that fourth paragraph accurate?
No, no. No, it's got a, yeah, it's got the, it says oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Is that fifth paragraph accurate?
No. Again, it says oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Is that sixth paragraph accurate?
No. Again, it says oxycodone. Oxycontin and not oxycodone.
Seventh paragraph accurate?
No, because it says that I met with her 2 times, and I'm not sure that I met with her 2 times.
How about the eighth paragraph?
Yes.
How do you know whether what you were selling, were you selling pills at the end of 2022?
I wasn't selling Roxy's anymore. I was only selling fentanyl at that time.
Were you selling pills in late 2021 and early 2022?
I was selling Roxy's then, yes.
How do you know what was inside the pills that you were selling?
Because I had multiple people that had prescriptions.
So you were getting the pills from other people?
Yeah, I had, yes.
Who did you get the pills from that you sold to Carmen Lawler?
I don't recall. Like I had multiple sources that I was getting them from.
So you just had a guy?
I had a few guys.
Is paragraph 9, is that accurate?
Yes.
Is that accurate with the handwritten correction?
Yeah, the possessing, yes.
Are those your initials next to that possessing that's handwritten in?
Yes.
How about paragraph 10, is that accurate?
Yeah, yes.
How about paragraph 11?
Yes.
Can we go down to, we can go all the way, just do, okay. Paragraph 12, accurate?
It is.
13?
With the exception of the oxycontin again, instead of oxycodone. Again, the oxycodone prescription, I had an oxycontin prescription.
Is 14 accurate?
Again, with the oxycontin instead of oxycodone.
15 accurate?
It is.
16 accurate?
With the, again, with the oxycontin instead of oxycodone.
And let's scroll down to that's your signature?
It is.
Can we go to the next page, Scott? Is that your signature?
It is.
Now in there you say that you read the foregoing. Did you read it?
It was read to me, yes.
Is the foregoing a power of attorney or is it something else?
I'm sorry, I don't know what foregoing is.
Well, what's above there? First 3 pages.
I'm sorry. What was your question?
It says right there that I read the foregoing power of attorney and understood the contents thereof. You're telling me that you didn't read it, right?
Saying that it was read to me, and at every time it said Oxycontin, like we were saying, okay, that needs to be oxycodone.
But those changes weren't made.
Oh, I mean, yeah, apparently not.
Thanks, Scott. Is it fair to summarize your testimony today that you sold Carmen Lauber on at least one, maybe two occasions, M30s and blues, and you believe that M30s and blues referred to at that time oxycodone?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ms. Lewis. Do you have a glass of water?
I do not, thank you.
Good morning, Robert.
Good morning.
We've met
Afternoon.
before. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all a blur. We've met before, right?
What's that?
We've met before.
We have?
Yes. Okay. Just gonna ask you a couple of questions about that first interview. You said that with the detectives that you really didn't remember that interview. You did say, though, just a moment ago, well, they were just telling me what I'd been doing. Do you remember that?
I do.
All right. So during that interview, remember that they just told you what you'd been doing and you just kind of agreed. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I didn't really want to get in trouble. I was already in jail. I had bail. I was trying to get out. I wasn't. And they kept telling me that I wasn't in trouble and nobody was going after me and things like that. But still, I mean, when they originally came and talked to me and were asking me about, I had no idea who any of the people they were besides Nicole. They showed me
Okay.
pictures and I was like, I don't know who that is. But yeah.
All right. Let's fast forward to September of 2025.
Okay.
And you were interviewed by myself and by my investigator, Mr. Bertram. Correct?
Yes.
And were you sober when you and I and Mr. Bertram met?
I was.
And do you recall at that interview you told us you thought you had sold to Ms. Carbon 2 times?
I think I said once, maybe twice.
All right.
Same thing I've been saying.
You said once, maybe twice.
Mm-hmm.
And that the first time was Roxy 30s, which you've explained,
Mhm.
right?
I give an answer, sir.
I'm sorry, yes.
And Roxy 30s, and we're going to get to this whole Oxycontin,
Okay.
Oxycodone thing in just a minute.
Okay.
But Roxy 30s, would that be 30 milligram oxycodone pills?
Yes.
All right. And you said you met her at the Maverick
Mm-hmm.
to sell them. And you,
Ms. Lewis, if you would just add a question mark at the end of these as you go.
oh, all right. And you met her at the Maverick to sell them, correct?
Yes.
And that, you remember it was early 2022, correct?
Yeah, it was around this time.
Okay.
There was snow then, so.
Okay. So can you remember what you were charging per pill for 30 milligram oxycodones?
Like either $25 or $30 a piece.
$25 or $30 per pill.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't selling fentanyl at that time, but when you did sell fentanyl, what did that sell for?
About the same.
You sold fentanyl for about the same?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware that there was a time that fentanyl was sold for considerably less than oxycodone?
Yes.
Like, and would that have been earlier when fentanyl first started in the market, or would that just depend on who was selling it?
It just depends on who was selling it,
Okay.
where you got it from. You know, if you know a Hondo that'll give them to you for 80 cents, then yeah, but
All right, that's fair. So, do you recall, let me back up. So you said that when you sold her, the time that you clearly remember the first time she was sitting in a car, was anybody with Ms. Lauber?
I don't remember.
You don't
I
remember
don't.
there being anyone, or you just don't know?
I just don't know, like, if there was some or if she was by herself. I don't know.
Okay. And then do you recall saying that there was a time you sold to her when a man came with her?
Yes. I do.
So that would have been the second time that we talked about earlier, correct?
I'm not sure. It could have been the first time, but I probably, yeah,
Okay.
if there was twice, why not?
Okay. All right. So, if Ms. Carmen Lauber testified that you told her, these are fentanyl pills, I'm selling you fentanyl pills, would that be true?
I mean, if I said it to her, then it would be true, but I don't know that I said that to her.
Well, were you selling her fentanyl pills?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. And let's go over that again, because I know this was, you were using during that period.
Mhm.
But why was it that you remembered that in 2022, early 2022, you were selling oxycodone and not fentanyl?
Because everybody was scared of fentanyl in early 2022 and in 21. You know, it was all over the news and people were dying and it was kind of hard to get and people were scared of getting it. And like I testified, I had people that had prescriptions. I had my own prescription and we sold those.
When you said you had prescription and you knew people that had prescriptions, are you talking about oxycodone?
Yes.
Do you remember the milligrams of your prescription?
Mine were 10s at that time.
Tons. Did
Yeah.
you sell any of those to Carmen Lauber?
No.
Okay, so you sold somebody else's prescription.
Yes.
And the pills you sold were actually prescription pills from a pharmacy?
Yes.
And do you recall, you met her at the Maverick, and do you recall the person that you were buying from actually lived not super far away from that Maverick? Isn't that correct?
No.
You didn't have a supplier that was pretty close to that Maverick?
No.
So you don't recall that you met her there and then you left to get the pills and came back?
I don't remember. I might have met somebody down the street, but I don't remember if I didn't go to anybody's house to get them.
All right, that's fair. So somebody met you a ways from the Maverick to give you the pills?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And those were that person's prescription?
Yes.
Do you know what the milligrams were? Were they 30 milligrams?
There were 30 milligrams.
All right. So at that time in early 2022, you would not have been telling Carmen Lauber, here, these are fentanyl.
No, I didn't have a fentanyl plug at that time. Like I didn't know anybody that sold fentanyl at that time.
All right. And you said if you were asked for blues, that to you that meant what?
Roxy's.
Roxy's. Because before fentanyl became really well known, a lot of oxycodones were blue.
Yeah, and they were the M30s, like from the manufacturers. They were, and I think that's why whoever makes those now, the fentanyl ones, they made them to look just like the Roxy's because people were taking, a lot of people were addicted to Roxy 30s at that time, so they made them look exactly like that, and that's why people were dying, because they were thinking they were taking a Roxy and they were taking a fentanyl that looked exactly the same, but color might have been a little different.
And those were either being made illicitly or brought in from Mexico, right?
I'm not sure how they come in, but yeah, they were here. Yeah, they
There
weren't.
were-
Yeah, you couldn't get them from a pharmacy for sure.
I'm sorry, you could.
You could not get them from a pharmacy. No.
Okay. So the pills that you sold in 2022 that were light blue, those came from a pharmacy.
Yes.
Do you recall that selling pills that were light green?
If they were light green, they would have been 15s or 20s. With the Roxys, like the lower the doses, like I had a prescription for 10s and they were pink, and then I think the 15s might have been green, and then 20s were gray, I think, and then all of from every manufacturer they were all blue. The Roxy 30s were every manufacturer, they were all blue.
Light blue?
Yeah, whether they said M30 on them or A22 something or whatever it was, the manufacturer stamp on them.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about the affidavit, the one that's been admitted, and then there's a second one that has not yet been admitted. Now, when Mr. Bertram and you didn't type this affidavit, right?
No, I did not.
And Mr. Bertram and I brought these up to you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we
Yes.
read them to you, correct?
Yes.
And you made some corrections, correct?
Well, I think you had the pen, but yes.
You told me some
Yes.
corrections to make, and I made them, correct?
Yes.
And then you signed them, correct?
Yes.
But at that time, let me rephrase that. Then later, you were given an attorney, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
And Ms. Ludkins.
Mhm.
And, is that right?
Yes.
And Ms. Ludkins went over these with you again later, correct? The affidavits.
I don't remember if she did or not. I mean, I went from meeting with you from jail and then going to treatment. I was in 7th Street treatment at the time. I know that we talked about them.
You and Ms. Ludkins.
Mm-hmm.
And-
I don't know if we went over it line by line like we just did, but I know that we talked about it.
Do you recall telling Ms. Ludkins, there's a mistake in these? It says Oxycontin and it's supposed to be oxycodone?
Yes.
All right. And are you aware that Ms. Ludkins then let the prosecutors in this case know these are correct, except that they say Oxycontin and they should say oxycodone?
I don't know that she did that, but I'm sure she did. I don't.
Okay. And so I'm the one that typed Oxycontin, correct?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that I didn't understand them, but I understand now, what's the difference between Oxycontin and oxycodone?
Oxycontin is way stronger, and it's time released now, I believe. Like, I think in the 90s it wasn't. And they were having a lot of problems around the country with those, and then they made them time released. The oxycodone or the Oxycontin 30s, I believe, are purple or they're red or maroon color or something like that. But
Okay.
yeah, they have like a gel around them.
All right. So there's a mistake that we put Oxycontin, and then you later corrected it with your attorney and said, well, this is right, other than it should say oxycodone.
Yes.
All right. Because you were selling oxycodone,
Yes.
not Oxycontin.
Yes.
All right, let me show you, do we have the mark on the new exhibit? Okay. Let's pull up what is Defense Exhibit 1025. You actually signed 2 affidavits in September of 2025,
Yes.
correct? And the state introduced one of those affidavits, correct?
I don't know. They just showed me one.
They showed you one.
Okay, yes.
That's the only one they showed you.
Yes.
Will you take a look at this and tell me if this is the second one you signed?
in paragraph 8, it says Oxycontin again, but
Again, I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
but-
yes.
Okay, so other than where it says, there's 2 times it says OxyContin when it should have said
Mhm.
oxycodone. Other than that, is this a true statement?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to admit Defense Exhibit 1025, which actually is both statements, the one that was already admitted plus this one together. We can separate them out, but it's the same.
Objection, Your Honor, may we approach?
apologies. Let me just get us back to square one here. Katie, if you would go back to page 1. I'm going to hide this for just a moment. Ms. Lewis, it is queued up, though, if you need it.
All right, let's actually go to page 2, though, Katie, because you've already read, you just read this, right, as you were sitting here? All right. So do you recall a meeting with the prosecutors in this case in April of 2025 to discuss your testimony?
I do.
And that was before you met with myself and Mr. Bertram in September of 2025?
Yeah. Yes.
And at that meeting, did you tell them then that you never did sell fentanyl to Carmen Lauber?
I told them that I'm pretty sure that I sold her Roxy's and not fentanyl.
Okay. So you told them, excuse me. You told them basically the same thing that you said in September of 2025 and what you're saying today
Yes.
in your testimony. And did you sign a sworn affidavit that that in fact happened?
I did.
All right. And were you sober when you met with the prosecution in 2025
I was.
to tell them that I never sold her fentanyl, I sold her Roxy 30s,
Yes.
oxycodone?
Oxycodone, yeah.
Okay. When you met with, or not met, I'm sorry, you talked to your friend Nicole, what did she tell you? No, let me rephrase that. What was your understanding of what Carmen Lauber wanted? She said, I have a friend who wants some pills. What was your understanding of what that friend wanted?
Did she wanted Roxy's? Roxy's. I'm sorry.
So again, you didn't start selling fentanyl until late 2022.
That's right.
You had no access to it in January, February, March of 2022.
No.
When you did start selling fentanyl, what color were those pills?
Like almost purple.
A really dark color.
Yeah. Yeah, they were very distinctive.
Okay. So not light blue, not light green.
Mm-mm.
Did anyone ever ask you for the Michael Jackson stuff?
I'm sorry?
I think that answers my question.
Okay.
Nobody ever asked you, Carmen Lauber didn't ask you to sell her the Michael Jackson drug.
No. No, is that,
Do you know what that is?
what do they call that? Prohypnol or something?
Propofol.
Propofol. There you go. Yeah, I've heard of it as I've watched the Michael Jackson thing when he died, but yeah, nobody's ever asked me for that.
Do you know if you can even
I don't,
buy that on the street?
I doubt it.
Okay.
It seems like they would keep that under a tight lock and key.
All right. All right. I'm just going to summarize and then we're going to be done. Okay?
Okay.
So when you initially agreed with detectives that you might have sold fentanyl, you were high, you were coming down, and you don't remember saying that specifically. True?
That is correct, yes.
And when you met with myself and Mr. Bertram in September of 25, and you said you were selling only oxycodone, you were sober, correct?
Yes,
And you were being truthful?
yes,
All right. When you met with Mr. Bloodworth and his investigator in April of 2025, you were sober,
yes,
and you said you were only selling oxycodone in early 2022.
that's correct.
You sober today?
I am.
In fact, congratulations, you just finished your treatment program, right?
Thank you, I did.
What was your sober date?
August 26th,
Of 2020?
25.
25.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Robert, I want you to look at the jury. I want you to tell them, are you telling the truth here today?
Yes, I am telling the truth.
Okay, I have nothing further.
Mr. Blood.
Mr. Crozier, how were the pills that you sold to Carmen Lauber packaged?
They were just in a bag.
One of those little tiny clear Ziploc bags?
I don't remember, but a Ziploc bag or something, yeah, they were in a bag of some kind, yes.
Like one of those little bags you get with a spare button on a shirt?
Well, I don't think you can't fit 20 or 30 pills in a little bag like that, so they were probably a little bigger than that, but yes.
And you got that bag from your plug, right?
Yeah, from one of
One,
somebody,
one of the guys that sold
Yes.
you the pills.
correct.
You did not get that bag from a pharmacy, correct?
No.
Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
May we release this witness from the subpoena?
We may, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Crozier, you're free to go.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Ledkins, thank you. Is this a good time for a restroom break? I don't know how long the next witness will be.
Yeah, Your Honor, next witness, maybe 30 minutes from the state.
Why don't we take a restroom break? Thanks, folks.
All rise with the jury.
All right, take a seat. Mr. Bloodworth, anything before we recess?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll be in recess until 2:45. Thank you.